And with that hour, with us setting the clocks back, that means that the sunset is so much earlier. At least it feels that way, Kate.
Yeah, it really does feel like it gets dark basically at the end of the afternoon. But here's some good news, Janelle, for those of us that are up early in the morning. The sunrise, I should say, is an hour earlier as well. So right now we're just seeing sunrise. At this time next week, it will be beautiful blue sky, and we'll have some sunrise shots to show you even in the 6 o'clock hour. So got to look on the bright side when you're talking about this daylight saving time coming to an end. Let's talk about it again. We fall back this weekend, officially 2 a.m. on Sunday. Set the clocks back before you go to bed Saturday night. You get that extra hour of sleep. It's also a good time to check the smoke alarms and, again, change the batteries there. Of course, we lose that hour when you wake up the next morning, but we won't mention that. 6:32 is the new sunrise on Sunday morning. Nice and early, but the new sunset time, 4:55. Starting on Sunday, sunset is in the 4 o'clock hour, and that's where it will stay until January 15th. Our earliest sunrise time is 4:35, and that happens in early December as we approach the winter solstice. A look across the region right now, you can see it is nice and bright down the shore. We're seeing some beautiful reflection here as the sun comes up over the Delaware looking toward Camden. Bethlehem's still looking a little cloudy right now. We'll have a couple of showers that rolled through there, and right now just clouds at the airport. So the big question is, or in Center City, the big question is, will we get any rain to fall at the airport to break our 33-day-long record dry stretch? I think we have a good chance to measure even a couple of hundredths of an inch of rain would end the dry streak. But today, 78 degrees, a few morning showers, and then sunshine, warm afternoon, and turning breezy. You can see the showers have kind of started to fizzle a little bit. So again, we'll have to see if any of these actually make it over Philadelphia International Airport, where we measure rainfall. As we sweep the area with our local radar, you can see a little bit of light rain trying to fire up near the city. Right now, any steadier showers are to the north and west. So this is, for lack of a better pun, it's a drop in the bucket. We need way more than this. We may pick up a little bit of light rain here this morning. The showers fizzle really as they move over interior South Jersey, the area that probably needs rain most of all. And then by noon, I think the sun is back, and it is going to be breezy and very warm this afternoon. Winds out of the west. We're going to keep the cold air at bay until tonight. That's when winds become more northerly, and that cold Canadian air is able to drain southward. And the weekend is bright and sunny, but much cooler. We do have some fire alerts to tell you about. It's a fire weather watch, which will be in effect from the city on north and west into the north and west suburbs. That goes until 7 o'clock tonight. There's a red flag warning for northern New Jersey, including Mercer County. Right now, it's just a special weather statement for South Jersey and Delaware, and the reason the fire weather watch has not been extended south and eastward, likely because the winds are going to be stronger in the north and west suburbs. So gusts later today as that front crosses. Right now, winds are about 15 miles an hour out ahead of the front, but by 12:30, 1 o'clock, front comes through, and you could have some gusts in spots like Lancaster, Reading, Allentown, Mount Pocono in the 30-mile-an-hour range, strong enough to propel any flames and cause, again, enhanced fire spread risk. We may see gusts as high as 25, near 30 miles an hour, even in Philadelphia this afternoon. Not quite as strong across South Jersey, and then once the sun goes down, those winds die down and the fire risk diminishes as well. Heading into the weekend, it's much more seasonable. We're at 63 for your Saturday, 61 on Sunday. Our average highs are in the low 60s right now, so perfectly seasonable average November weekend. But then it's a warm election day. Our forecast high for election day is 77 degrees. And our meteorologist Grant Gilmore went back and looked at all the presidential election days in Philadelphia history and found that the warmest presidential election day was back in 1936, November 8th. It was 76 degrees. So if we hit this number, it would be yet another record, another warm record. We're talking about the warmest presidential election day in Philadelphia history. The coldest, by the way, was in 2012, 45 degrees. And back in 1876, we picked up 1.2 inches of rain on that presidential election day. Quick look at your next weather 7-day forecast before we send it over to Kim. We're looking at, again, that cool down for the weekend. And then there's that warming trend for election day, 77 degrees. Doesn't look like you'll need the coats or the umbrellas as you head to the polls, and maybe even warmer on Wednesday.